Steam is at it again, and their summer sale is the second best time to fill up your backlog with games you'll maybe play eventually. But at least they're cheap. So here are the top 10 games that are under $10, and stick around after the main list for the top runners-up. Making a video game ain't rocket science, but in Kerbal's space program, it almost is. Design your rockets, payloads, missions, and objectives with over 400 individual pieces that you can add to each rocket, then blast off. And watch as your miscalculations lead to expensive fireworks and loss of Kerbal life. It's not a perfect recreation of actual rocket science, but it's close enough that rocket scientists themselves will use it to explain their ideas and have some fun while they're waiting on that telemetry. Dark Souls 2 gets a lot of hate. The Dark Souls fans don't like it because it's not Dark Souls 1 or 3, the casuals don't like it because they keep dying, and game journalists don't like it because they can't get past the pigs in Majula. But it's a great game all around. Tons of replayability, hours and hours of tortuously hard boss battles and maps to explore, as well as the lore. You see, long ago, in an age without change, the dragons reigned. But then the Lord Souls were found and ignited the Age of Fire. And this move was largely considered Gwyn's worst move. Leaving for college can be hard sometimes, but coming back to your small town after problems at college, only to find that the only things that have changed are the things you wanted most to stay the same, can be worse. Your friends have all gotten jobs and have moved on in life. Your town is slowly dying, and ominous happenings begin filtering in around the edges. Unravel the mysteries under the veil of secrecy while you re-ravel your frayed friendships in Night in the Woods, and also play some sick tunes. The nice thing about being a manager is that you don't have to go to college for a decade to run a hospital, which is good, since at 2 Point Hospital they face many illnesses never heard of before, like lightheadedness, night fever, and pandemic. All you have to do is spend the money to build the rooms, hire the staff, and buy the equipment that they need to cure the people. Or at least take care of their ghosts, and do well enough for long enough to move on to the next hospital you can you can perfect. In 2 Point Hospital for $8.74.
I don't have time to fix it, she's about to blow!
You can scream as you and your friends face the wrath of the Klingons, Romulans, or Borg, manning the bridge of the Enterprise in virtual reality. Star Trek Bridge Crew allows you and your friends to pretty much do what it says on the tin. Be the bridge crew in the Star Trek universe. Press the buttons, pull the levers, angle the deflector shields, and shake around in your chair when the ship gets hit. Both Shadow of Chernobyl and its sequel Call of Pripyat are on sale for $5.99 and are both set in the alternate universe where a second accident happened near the site of Chernobyl nuclear disaster, causing not just radiation to fill the exclusion zone, but the laws of physics themselves to break down. The zone is filled with twisted creatures out for blood, trapped inhabitants out to make a quick buck, and events that will either kill you or reward you with artifacts that can modify your skills or give you new ones. If you're a fan of the Fallout series or the Metro series, the Stalker series is well worth a look, especially before Stalker Heart of Chernobyl comes out this year. Tile-laying games are a big deal in the board gaming world, with plenty of great titles to recommend. But one nice thing about tile-laying games is they do all the math for you, allowing them to be far more relaxed of an experience. Add to that a soothing soundtrack, some great challenge modes, and a great calm art style, and you have Dwarf or Monk, an entirely too chill game that's the perfect accompaniment for a warm fire on a lazy fall day. Animal Crossing might have been a great hit during the pandemic. Sure, lots of people played it and enjoyed it, but you know what it was missing? Other than a way to report Tom Nook to the authorities as a shyster and crook, the thing that it's sorely lacking is if the island were filled with ghosts. No, not the scary, slimy, or horrible ghosts, just some nice, calm ghosts that need a bit of help from time to time. Like a mashup of Animal Crossing and Spiritfarer. Though with animation more like Don't Starve. We're sure not to run out of things to do in Cozy Grove for $9.89. Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 is coming out next year, so until then, you'll need something to scratch that itch, and time might be just the ticket. You start on a plateau, there's plenty of crafting, swords, and shields. You can explore the entire island right from the start, but won't be able to solve all the puzzles until you unlock the hookshot, the other tools and such. Pine does forge its own path, as you can choose which clan of talking animals to help expand, and your every action will change the political landscape for the better or the worse. Find a new home for your people, explore the ancient ruins, and open all the vaults in the island in Pine.
It's rare that I find a great Cthulhu game that really understands the scope and grandeur of the great old ones and the true horrors of those poor souls trapped in their shadow. Yet Call of Cthulhu does all this while telling a gripping mystery tale where your choices actually matter. Which ending will your choices lead you to? Will you summon Cthulhu and wake his wrath to reign over mankind for the next 1,000 years? Or will you foil the cultist's plot? Or will you devolve into madness before you can even make a truly meaningful choice?
So those were the 10 games that we think you'll find to be an exciting deal. And if you like cheap games, there's still time to sign up for our monthly games giveaway or our 500 subscriber giveaway. We're giving away 5 games at the end of each month, so check out this month's giveaway in the description below and subscribe so you'll be notified when we finish the other lists of great games under $5, $10, $20, as well as plenty of game news, casual playthroughs, and game giveaways. And as we close out the video, here are a few more games that were also on sale that didn't quite make the cut down to 10 games, and a tiny explanation of them. Hollow Knight for $7.49 is the greatest Metroidvania game about bugs. Forager at $8.99 allows you to start out with a tiny island, but end up ruling the underworld with 10,000 bots. Surviving Mars for $7.94 is City Skylines, but on Mars. Boomerang Poo for $9.74.
Take up boomerang, slaughter friends. Only one food can survive.
Pine for $8.99 is a crazy instrument-based puzzler. Get a Grip Chip for $8.99 is a platforming game where you can't jump. Moving Out for $9.99 is a co-op shouting game where you load a moving van and the glass breaking is a feature. What the Golf for $7.99 is just a standard game of golf with your normal cows and trains in 2D and 3D and FPS mode, hundreds of balls, and plenty more. So that's our list, but what games do you think should have made the list? Let us know in the comments down below.